Saturday. You already know here in Southern California, it is a beautiful, lovely day today. Nice, sunny skies, clear skies, nice and warm today. We're like around 86 degrees today. So today is a very beautiful day to be out there living it up. You already know, just decided to hop on my lunch break, see, where's everybody getting themselves into. I know I didn't do a live for about 2 days already. It's just that I had all this stuff popping up, so, we've been busy. So just wanted to, hop on and see what, what's the talk of the town, what's the word of the curve, you heard me? What's everybody getting themselves into? I hope everybody's having a beautiful, Saturday, and stay safe for those who are out there drinking and whatnot. Because I know with this kind of weather, it gets there, it gets the right moods to get people to come together and cause havoc. You already know, especially here in Southern California. So be safe out there. Because shit's no joke. What's cracking like an ishi? What you getting yourself into, my boy? Mr. Pasa, what's cracking, Sal? Payday hits. All right, that's right, homie. Getting that Skrilla Illa. That's right, homie. Ballin'. That's right, homie. Getting that paper, though. Motivates you, huh? I'm so bored right now. Serio? It's a beautiful day, though. Good, I don't know, do you like going out and stuff like that, or I'm pretty sure there's plenty of stuff to do. Well, depending, I guess, on the area too, right? I'm acting like if everybody lives in the same area as me. I sometimes forget. R.I.P. Wicked from Strength Cartel. Wicked from Strength Cartel? Is that the homie from Compton Barrio 3? I think I don't know. Because I know that there's several vatos on there, Oh, he died? If it's the same person. Oh, shit. How did he die? Waiting for jobs to get back at me. Oh, I feel you. Where you from? Nationality, city, or affiliation? Have you ever seen the movie Straight Outta Compton? Oh, yeah, the NWA one, huh? Yeah, I seen that one. Alex, get a Class A. The jobs never leave. Oh, that's true. Truckers. Yeah, there's always work right there. No lie. Your city. I reside in the city of Southgate, but right now I'm in the city of Boyle Heights because that's where I work at. So I'm in Boyle Heights right now. But I reside in Southgate, but I'm from the San Fernando Valley, though. City of North Hollywood. On 55th. You find me? Como dice el Crip Mac, ¿no? Whatever happened to that vato? He finally threw in the towel? If you can speak on it, what are your thoughts about the back and forth between North and South rappers? I think it's petty, bro. I think it's pointless and petty. I really see I really don't see the purpose of the back and forth, though. You get what I mean? Because, well, it's just words, right? If individuals really feel some type of way, then you say it to people in person. Saying it, on a track, what is that exactly going to do, though? It's going to do nothing. It's words. So therefore, it's not going to give you no kind of, stripes or respect, right? Because words don't gain you that. So therefore, what is it being done for, though? You get what I mean? They're going to say that their side's better. They're going to say that their side's better. They're going to say how they punked them. They're going to say how they punked them. They're going to say how they're not around. They're going to say how they're not around. So what exactly is happening here, though? Because if people would really feel that strong, everyone has cars, my boy. Everybody has a whip. You know what I mean? So if people really feel that bad, they can just take a drive. That's what I always say. Like, why would I want to put on a song dissing my enemies, bro? Like, if I really feel some type of way, we get in the whip, pick up the homies, and we go and we let them know in person. Why would I care to be bumping it? Or to look cool? To be seen as, down and respected? Because you're not. It's the illusion that people try to play, bro. Like, they really think that, talking big is like if that's doing something, it's not doing nothing at all. You know what I mean? I learned that when I was a youngster. We made these mistakes, right? When we were younger, we used to be like, man, fuck them. We used to be dissing the enemies, and the OGs would be like, hey, bro, do you see them here right now? Like, well, no. Then why are you talking about them? Because if you really feel like that, then you go let them know. And if not, then just shut up. And that's real shit, bro. You get what I mean? At the time, I was like, fuck it, then let's go. You know what I mean? But, understanding the lesson that was being told. You know what I'm saying? Because it's real shit. If they're not around, why are you speaking on them for? You know what I mean? Like, speak on them when they're present. That way they can defend themselves and you can handle your business. Because speaking on somebody when they're not there is like, what are you exactly doing this for now? Then. Right? And people could see what you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? That's why people don't like when people talk about individuals when they're not around, bro. Because there's nothing commendable about it. And then people say, oh, like, you're supposed to, like, just keep your mouth shut. If you don't want to say, well, they diss first, or they diss first, and it's like, so if they were to go sleep with a guy, you will go sleep with a guy? That's not how it works, right? You're supposed to be the bigger person. You're supposed to hold yourself to your morals. Let them run their mouths. They're only making themselves look bad. Keep your composure. Because don't think that it makes you look weak by staying quiet. Because these individuals, all they're doing is just running their mouths and throwing evidence out there. You know what I mean? Because real motherfuckers that are with it are not going to be throwing evidence out there and are just going to go handle the business. Because that's how real individuals handle shit. That's real downer shit. But I guess now society, has painted it this way where if you run your mouth, you're seen as the homie that's down or has stripes. No, that's not how it works. It's the opposite. The loudest mouth in the room is always the weakest. There's a reason why it's said, bro, because it's real shit. Because somebody that's down for shit and is handled and knows what he's about and handle business doesn't have to keep trying to convince people of that. There's no need for him to now try to persuade people of what he's done. He lets his reputation speak for itself. Because those around know what the individual's about. So he doesn't have to prove himself to nobody. These individuals bark loud because they know that nobody could vouch, their actions. They had nobody to, stamp, that they handle business. That's why they constantly have to be running their mouths, to try to persuade people to see them as down as homies. That way people don't start questioning their credibilities. You know what I mean? When you've been in the game long enough, bro, you've seen it all, bro. And you start to see why individuals do what they do. I get it for those who are not involved in the streets. It's hard for them to understand that, right? But I'm telling you, individuals will go to the length of tattooing their heads, their faces, and all of that, and talking big stuff, bro, to try to convince people when in true reality they're weenies. Yes, they will go to that length. That shit is no joke. We didn't see it all now. That's why they say, don't judge a book by its cover. There's individuals out there who have absolutely no tattoos that will fucking take your win in a heartbeat. But when individuals feel like they always constantly have to be behaving this way, it's for a reason, bro. Like, hey, why do you constantly have to be throwing that energy out there? Like, do you feel like people could still question your credibility? Are you insecure? Because there's a reason why you're behaving like this, and it's not because your street credibility speaks for itself. Because if it did, you wouldn't be behaving this way. You're behaving this way because you know nobody could vouch for you. That's why. And that's why these big mouths never have nobody to vouch for them. You know, that's why whenever they try to defend it, you see these 6ix9ines and Wes Watson, they're always alone, bro. For these individuals who have all these street cred, like, but they can't get no one to come and vouch for them. What's cracking like a drunken chef? Oil field truck driver. That's right, my boy. That's where the real cheddar's at. Yeah, I believe he was from Compton. Okay, then, yeah. Oh, shit, he passed away? Damn, that's messed up. He's the one with that guy, Big Boy, no? I thought PTSD, especially for U.S. veterans. No, any thoughts on PTSD, especially for U.S.? Yeah, bro, PTSD is real shit, bro. It is real shit that affects a lot of people, not even just veterans in themselves, you know. It's fucked up, you know, that, you know, how their lives end up for people's fucking greed, right? Because people are not willing to come to the table and put their differences aside, that these individuals have to pay the price, you know? Because a lot of these people come back and they're not able to have like their lives back, bro. Like they don't come back the same, you know. And it's something that's, you know, something that's hard to, you know, live with, right? And you know, it's sad shit, bro. You know, like they do all of that and for what? You know, like these motherfuckers don't give a fuck because they don't. To them, it is like, you know, you got to do what you got to do. You from the serio, do you think the generation of gangbanging is watered down? Nah, it's not watered down because people will blow your tops off. You know what I mean? Like people are still getting gunned down. Is what I'm trying to say, right? So it's not that this new generation's watered down, right? But what I think it is that this new generation is badly influenced. You know what I mean? Their morals are in the wrong place, pues. You know, is what they're trying to do is, you know, combine, you know, the life now of social media, but with still, you know, the street aspect to it when it's, those worlds are not gonna mesh good together, right? You know, because now you're just, I mean, you're showing yourself doing crimes, like, and expect not to get arrested. That's retarded. Like, bro, if I was to ever be in the whip with the homies, and if the homies were to ever take out a phone, bro, we would pull that car over and be like, what the fuck are you doing? And we'll get the homie a beat down. Like how dare you try to take out your phone and record? Like, what you trying to record for? You know, I wouldn't be like, hell yeah, homie, make sure you record all of this. Bro, that shit is not tolerated, bro. I have never seen a homie be like, hey, homie, make sure you take out the phone and catch this on action. You know, and some of the more stupider shit that I see on the internet, though, is like, oh, if you fools really about that or you fools really did that, where's the proof at? Like, who are you that we need to show you proof, bro? Proof of what? You're not supposed to show anyone no proof, bro. As a matter of fact, no one's supposed to know that the job got done except you guys. Nobody else. As a matter of fact, you want people to think it was somebody else. That way, people, you know, the heat doesn't come your way. Because if they know it was you guys, guess who else is going to know that it was you guys? So the best thing that you would want is for people to think it was somebody else. You know, back in our day, we used to be, you know, doing all kinds of crazy shit. Sometimes we would say even other neighborhoods to throw the heat off of us. You know what I mean? And let the world think, and let everyone think what the hell they want. It's irrelevant. The only ones that are supposed to know is us, and us only. Not the audience. It's crazy that people think that gangbanging is that we're supposed to convince people of something. Like, bro, this is not a game where we're here to convince audience of something, bro. Let the audience think what they want and say what they want. It's irrelevant. You know, but now people want to cater to the audience. Like, if somehow they need to prove something to these individuals, like, Like, you don't think I'll do it? Hey, check this out, homie. Like, why are you so desperately trying to convince these civilians of something? Like, by them now believing you, is it somehow gonna, get you some kind of street credit in right here in this world? No, right? So why are you so desperately trying to convince these individuals of something? Like, if they're gonna be able to do something for you in the street world. Like, people are goofy though, bro. And see, this is the type of behavior that you already know that people are in it for the wrong reasons, and that this shit became a circus. But not to the point where I say it's watered down, because people will still handle business, right? But just that they're misled. Like, nah, bro, because they look at these fools running their mouth thinking that we ain't about it. Like, let them think whatever the fuck they want, bro. We know what it is. That's the only opinions that matter, bro. Oh my God. It's like, who the fuck are these people that we need to prove anything to them? Who are they? Or why they're out here, asking for anything. It's like, who the fuck are you to be demanding anything? Like, hey, man, if you're really about it, then prove it. Like, what? Who are you that we got to prove something to you? And it's funny how the audience think that they're entitled to this kind of shit too now. That lets you know that the circus that it became, right? Because of people now engaging in this world, right? That they feel like they somehow are entitled to voice their opinion. Like one thing that I have always said is that you have now throwing business out there, and now individuals are now saying how individuals need to handle this scenario, or how they should have took care of it, or that this homie should have got a DP, or that this homie should have got. And it's like, who are you guys to be telling these individuals how to run their neighborhoods? That you guys are not even gang members yourselves, or why are you doing that? Like, when I'm asked about like other neighborhoods, when I cover my videos and they tell me, how come I never talk about like the actual neighborhood, like the specifics of it, right? And then my videos will be better if I do that. And it's like, because I can't. I only go based off of what the homies tell me, right? And I'm not gonna speak on something because that's not my neighborhood. I'm not from that neighborhood to be speaking on their, how they're supposed to run their shit or whatever. You get what I mean? Because I'm not from that hood, and that's why I don't do that. That's why I don't speak, like that, to go into the stories of these neighborhoods and, the crimes they committed or whatever the fuck. Because I'm not from that hood. So I only go on what the homies give me, and that's it. And I respect the boundaries. But other people like feel like they could just be like demanding stuff, and it's crazy. Talking shit, work 15 hours a day, buy 2 houses and 4 cars, then talk to me. Damn, facts. Like, there's people out there that rather prioritize getting their money, right, than spend it, on petty stuff. Can't be mad at people for that. Because it seems like they got their stuff together. Are you loco? Is it? Misery loves company. Facts. I said that on my other video when people say, like, why do individuals do that? And it's like, because they don't, just because they know their predicament that they're in, they don't like the predicament they're in. So they see that it's unfair that other people are, happy when they're not, right? So they rather drag everybody, because now at least they see this as fair. If I'm miserable, then everybody else must be miserable too. That way, it's fair now. Because it's unfair that I gotta be stuck like this while everyone else is living it up. It's the pettiness in people. What was it like during the tag banging party cruise era in the 90s? It was chaotic, bro. It was chaotic, bro. Like, those party crews, like, anytime you were to go to those, parties, it always ended in shootings and, fightings and shit like that, bro. Because you just had too many people from, different areas coming into. one area. And when you put too many alphas in one area, that's why homies can't get along. That's why gang members in themselves can't get along in general. That's why a gang out there always beefs with another group, right? Because you have two groups trying to be the dominant, present, and you can only have one. So that's where you get your conflicts, because this group's going to think that they're better than this group, and then this group thinks they're better than that group, and that's what creates the beefs. The same reason with countries too, when countries start expanding and, spreading their influence. Example, the United States spreading its ideology, with other countries, Russia, China, and other, communist countries, right? Like North Korea, seeing this as a threat, right? Because they want people to view it their way instead. So, then they start pushing their propaganda because they both want to be the dominant groups, right? Like I said, when I make these, it's because it's real shit, bro. Literally countries are the ones that build the structure of how gangs run their businesses or conduct themselves. They put the blueprints out there. I mean, it doesn't even help that, it was North versus South, that it was, blue codes versus red codes. Throughout history, bro, it just doesn't help how it plants the seeds. Why there should be structure and hierarchies and stuff like that. Like, do people never wonder where they got their ideas from? I mean, you're going to school, you're being taught about these wars and these different groups clashing with each other, and how they, have colors to represent themselves and names and yada, yada, yada throughout history. Whether you want to call them pirates or, Vikings or, Mongols or barbarian, but essentially, lawless groups that wanted to push and conquer and, establish themselves, right? And living lawlessly, right? I mean, people don't see the similarities. Pirates too, right? They didn't want to live by the law, right? So they lived by their own rules. They didn't even go by their real names. They would go to places, conquer and rob, mark their territories with flags and symbols and colors. I mean, gangs have existed throughout history, bro. They were just called different things, whether barbarians, crusades, pirates, Vikings, whatever the fuck. They were all essentially gangs, bro. Like, yep, this land is now ours right here. Like, no, it's not. Like, oh, you're trying to, say that I'm wrong. Hey, call your homies over. They're all strapped up. You were saying? No, okay, we don't want any problems. Yeah. Claim as many lands as you want. I got no issues. Bro, that's what they did. And then whoever opposed it got smoked. And then they said, all right, from here and here is my territory now. Right? And if anybody has any issues, homies right here gonna handle business. So when now street gangs are doing the same, right, and people have issues with it, I don't know. No. See, it's because we're already established. Oh, it's funny because that's what gangs say too. Like, why do you guys have beef with? Or like, why do you guys, dissing those fools? Like, fuck that. They're trying to establish right here, and we're already established. Okay. People get their ideas from somewhere, no? Do you have an OnlyFans? Nah, why would I do that? If you have to pay for, gratification, is just strange in itself, my personal opinion, right? Because that shows already that people don't have self-control. And when you don't have self-control, that's an issue. Because it means that your, urges and fetishes will get the best of you. Because you can't even seem to control yourself right here. Is there a God? I don't believe in religion, right? But I don't take it away from individuals that do, right? And I respect, everybody for, however they want to see it, right? I respect everybody's, culture and religions and shit like that, right? Because, you know, everyone has a different opinion of how they want to view it, right? Or what, God, exists out there. Because, in different ethnicities, there's, different people that they look up to or consider their gods, right? Because in some religions, there's multiple gods. You know what I mean? And that was that veterans know what they signed up for. See, there's a thing. See, in time of war, right? Like when it was, certain wars, people didn't have the option of signing up for war, bro. You were drafted and sent to war by force. You know what I mean? And that's what happened to a lot of these individuals. So it wasn't that they, signed up for the war, right? But a lot of these individuals were forced to go to war because in these times you didn't have the option of, I think I am gonna go to the middle. No, you were going, bro. They were sending your ass to die. The reason I say die is because if you were Hispanic, is a fun fact, right? Like when it comes to the Vietnam War, right? They would put platoons of just Raza individuals, right? And basically what they would do, I'm not lying, you guys could go look this up, it's public record and stuff like that. They would send them out first, right? And then the Viet Congs would shoot them. That and then now they know where they're hiding, or where their snipers are at or whatever. They were using the Raza as guinea pigs, bro, until they started catching on and spoke up and filed a complaint and all that, bro. But yeah, and then they investigated and they seen, damn, they are right. They're just putting a group of these Mexicans and they just throwing them out there. They're sacrificing the Raza, calling them illegals and all that. But right there is good. Huh? You'll use them for sure. Huh? They're of use at least for that, huh? Because Mexicans are good for nothing except for that. You could at least use them for. They could at least take a bullet for you. At least make them useful. The fact that people think like that is fucking outrageous. Like, do you really think that your skin color really makes you better, bro? That shit is crazy. I'm not one to come on here saying that my raza is number one and that we're the best. I think everybody's ethnicity is number one. I think all our ethnicities are the same, bro. No ethnicity is better than no other ethnicity. You know, nobody has the best looking people or smartest or whatever. They exist in all our ethnicities. You know, we all have good food and good shit to our cultures. We all have our pieces of shit and idiots, as well. All our cultures are equal, bro. Nobody's better than nobody. And it's crazy that people just don't want to see it that way. They refuse to see it that way. Like, nah, like theirs always has to come first for some strange reason that they'll make up. That shit is crazy. Even hearing it from my side, because I hear that a lot, like, oh, when the raza, when we have the best this, or we're better for this and that, and it's like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like, shut up, bro. It's cool to have pride, right? But once you start disrespecting other people's cultures and thinking that you're better, bro, that's already like, that's you in the wrong, my boy. I'm sorry to say, you're just wrong. Like, oh, so what are you trying to say, that theirs is better? Like, no, I'm not saying that either. Why do you gotta think? Why do you gotta see it that way? Why do you gotta see it like there has to be one that's better than the other? Can it possibly be that all our cultures are number one? Like, nah, fuck that. I refuse to share the spotlight. I want all the credit. I don't like sharing. It trips me out that people, I find it really, like, it's a trip that how somebody thinks just because of the color of their skin that somehow they're better than somebody else. And I realize skin color gives you, abilities. Do you believe in Bigfoot? I don't believe in the, I guess, the conspiracy version of Bigfoot, right? But as to say that, is it possible that there's a potential, primate out there that we haven't discovered yet? It's plausible, right? I mean, there's a chance that it potentially, a type of, ape. You know what I mean? I'm not saying like actual big, like Bigfoot or whatever people think Bigfoot is, right? But maybe like a type of, ape out there, right? Different type of species. I mean, it wouldn't be far fetched. I mean, we're still discovering animals, nowadays, right? Because we haven't, explored, every corner of this planet, right? So people are still finding new animals, nowadays, right? So, I mean, it's just really hard to believe because Bigfoot, the way they describe it, it has to be it has to be like ape related, right? So it's part of the ape family, right? And they normally tend to be in groups, right? And if there's one Bigfoot, then that means that there has to be multiple Bigfoots because how was that Bigfoot created, right? So there has to be a guy Bigfoot and a girl Bigfoot, right? So then there means that there's multiple Bigfoots out there, right? Because then how could it be possible that there's only one, right? And I'm assuming if you have a group like that, then the chances of bones being discovered would have been likely, right? So we would have already found them, right? So you know what I mean. But like I said, we haven't touched every part of this planet, right? So who knows? But not the version that people think of, when they say Bigfoot or whatever, like whatever the hell they're over there concocting. Are you friends of the Mongols mob? Am I friends with the Mongols mom? Am I a Mongolian? Are you? Think smarter, not harder. Facts. Uncle Biden is the clown. Uncle Biden is a clown? Nah, he's just lost, bro. He's just needs help. He needs Jesus. I'm chilling home today. Oh, today for dinner. Orale, that's right. Yeah, me too. I'm gonna go out and eat once I get out. Uh, Empire's rule, Christianity. Still, calling the Romans Empire a gang is the same as saying Biden is smart. They are though, bro. They come, they conquer, they murder. Because look, no magical being came from the sky and gave these people these lands, bro. They come, they conquer, and they take it by force, by slaughtering those here. You can't say that that's a lie, because history. You get what I mean? And I get it. They spin it the way that they want to spin it, right? But I'm sorry to say, oh, maybe because I'm not religious. See, I don't believe in that, right? That I could only believe in history and the evidence that was presented, right? Now I get it. If I was to be religious, right, and they say that God came down and offered these lands to them, whatever, then of course then I would believe that, right? Because I'm religious, right? So I'll buy into that story. But since I'm not, it's just like no magical being, because it's no magical being did come from the sky and give these people the lands. It didn't happen. They came, they conquered, they took by force, and said from here and here is now our territory. Anybody has a problem with that? Because you can't say that that they would give passage to those who didn't want to join the Roman Empire, because those who didn't want to become a part of the Roman Empire would get slaughtered, massacred. You know what I mean? And there's evidence, to back that up, that they would kill those who, didn't become a part of the Roman Empire. See, see, here's the thing. I'm not talking about the United States. I'm talking about in general, because the United States is not the only one that does that. Countries in themselves do that. This has nothing to do with the United States or insulting the United States. But see, where you're homing in already, shows me your mentality, right? Or how you view things, right? Like, because no one's talking about that. Meaning, in general, including Mexico being a part of that conversation. Because no magical being came from the sky and gave Mexico to them either. That's crazy. We're talking about human behavior, not like, you know, individual countries. Because it's not a problem that just exists in America. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, my lunch is over. I would have loved to stay and chit chat, but we got to get back to it. So, see you guys.